Listen, the way I keep telling y'all to make sure y'all turn y'all bell notifications on. Okay? Period. Because you never know when I'm going to go live. Listen. I keep telling y'all, you never know when I'm going to go live. So make sure you got your bell notifications clicked the on, okay? Hey, yeah. Scoot up in here. Tell me why I didn't even know my camera was on. And but shout out to that. And then what? Um, Child, what was I about to tell y'all? Uh, First I'm gonna stack my dough. Okay, hold on. And then what? Hold on, y'all. Well, dang. I was looking for my. Oh my God, I was looking for something important, but I couldn't find it. And it is what it is. Hey, Pooper Stars. Hey. Scoot up in here. Y'all make sure y'all scoot up in here like a bumper car. Yes, get up in here. Baby, baby. I said, baby, baby, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Listen, when I tell y'all, hey, scoot up here like a papa car. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Make sure you hit the like button, okay? Yes. Listen, let me tell you something. I said, let me tell you something. Period, like Fire Marshall. Uh, like for about Fire Marshall Bill, had said, y'all. So I decided to go live. I know y'all like, oh my God, what is going on? Well, hello. Well, hello. What's going on with you, Miss Girl? Oh, listen. So many things. So stay tuned. Just like the title said, we're gonna get into a little bit of Tank Davis and Chrisean them. But listen, so I decided to go live earlier, y'all, because I needed to. Okay. Truth is, I needed to because like I have some important stuff I need to take care of, when I would normally be here. So I kind of needed to take the morning off, but I'm not taking the morning off. Does that make sense? Yeah. Shout out to that. I'm glad that's making sense. Yeah, I said I'm just glad that's I'm glad that's making sense to somebody. Now anyway, y'all make sure y'all scoot up in here and hit the like button, okay? Yes, it's 2026. And like we just some things we're just not playing about. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? And like I'm really not playing about lots of things this year, child. Like 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 find your nearest highway. Yeah, like the list to be about that long, okay? But one of the main things that I'm not playing about this year, okay, is my space. Okay, period. This is my space, right? Yeah, for real. Like Tom. Ain't that Tom that made my space? Child, I think so. I don't know. Don't get me started, cause like, I'm not the one. Some people know the name of the people that own Twitter, MySpace, Facebook, Black Planet, you know, Twitch, OF, Randall's, and McDonald's too. And like I don't have the time to keep up with all those people, y'all. I don't. But hey, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all scoot up in here. Okay. Yes. Yes, scoot up in here and hit the like button. Cause we getting into some things and we'll be getting into them early this morning. Okay, period. I mean early this morning. And again, shout out to everybody who is here. Okay. But y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. All right. Period. um, but anyway, welcome back to a new episode, another episode, another episode. Oh my God, Miss Preston Girl, I'm just the way you just keep delivering it. You know what I'm saying? The way I just keep delivering. You know, yes, like a good pizza man. I know that's right. So shout out to that. Now, y'all ready to get started? Okay, this is episode 16, and I was not able to mark it, but that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. But like, I don't want to get. I just gotta remember. Okay, so yeah, shout out to that. But happy Friday. Oh my God, y'all, Friday then. Child rolled up like a party bus. I know that's right. And I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? Although, I don't know. I can't explain it. I was just say, like, I'm like most people, right? I definitely like enjoy weekends. I do. But to me, I also feel like they kind of just like run just together. Does that make sense? Like, um, I don't know. I can't explain it. They cool. The weekend is cool, you know. But like we had a long weekend because of the snow. Does that make sense? So like Friday, child. Friday then popped up and I ain't ready at all. Still gotta do my hair. You know what I'm saying? Please take a seat. Yeah, but it's here now, baby. So shout out to that. Um, yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. Baby, I'm so excited to be here with y'all. But that's all the time, you know? Like, that is all the time. Truth is, you know, like, yeah. If I could just stay online with y'all, I would. Like literally, I would. I don't know why we need chargers at this point in the game. Nothing should have to be charged no more. Like, charge it with my mind. Uh, so shout out to that. Now I'm definitely working on my cursing. Okay, period. I don't know who need to hear this, but like, if you are like me and you working on, you know, your language or whatnot, yeah, you getting your consonant on. Oh, consonant said he will be. Consonant said he's reading more right now to expand his vocabulary or his vernacular. And I said, well, shout out to that. Um, yeah, no, being a reader myself, um, I'm glad somebody has the time. you know, truth is, but no, seriously, I'm a reader, y'all, but at the same time, I don't know. It's just something about like books lately. I have not been able to like. I don't know. I don't. I have not been able to get into them or finish the whole book. Yuck. Right. I don't know what that's about. I don't. But I mean, one of the books out of three, okay, came highly recommended. But yeah, truth is, child. I told y'all I bought Charlemagne book. I did. I bought one. I actually don't know how many books he has, but I definitely have one. I have a book of Charlemagne's. And child, don't ask me where I got to in the book. Like I barely read anything, y'all, in that book for real. But yeah, shout out to Casanat though, who, said he wanna step his game up. Yeah. Yeah, Casanat said he just gonna step his game right on up, okay? Period. So shout out to Kai, and that. Um, I love that. I do. I love that. I sure do. And I love the positivity, okay? Uh, I absolutely do. So shout out to Casanat, especially because Kai's younger. He younger or whatnot. He got these young folks paying attention. Okay, truth is, it just is what it is. They zoomed in, baby. They locked in. So anyway, Oh my God. So, okay, now we officially, politicking hour officially it already started. Okay. So, scoot up in here, hit the like button, get comfortable, child. Okay. So, earlier, I told y'all, I told y'all that I was minding my business and I'm minding my business, period, right? And then I scrolled up on child out of all things, Big CC. Y'all know who Big CC is? I think Big CC used to work for Diddy. Did he work for Diddy? I don't know. But anyway, if you look him up on YouTube, I'm sure he'll come up. Okay, just a little deal. But anyway, he's somebody that I don't know much about, right? All I know is he be on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I know a little bit more than that. But like, yeah, I just gotta, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, truth is, sometimes I gotta learn how to nip it in the bud. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just nip it in the bud. Um, mm, mm, Cause I get carried away. And before I know it, I've been and talked to y'all like 10 minutes about who the person is. Yes, child. So shout out to that. But I will say, um, when you in the content creating space like this, like mine, yeah, it is what it is. You can get long winded. Yeah, you best to. So shout out to that. I mean, you know, um, it just is what it is. But anyway, back to the story. Back to the story I was telling y'all. So I ran up on a post, right, where Cece was and like y'all for content. For copywritten purposes, I'm not gonna post it, but oh, I wish I could. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna post it on Instagram. So shout out to that. Y'all make sure y'all follow my Instagram, okay? The next time you scrolling and rolling on Instagram, or if you want to see what I'm talking about, I'm gonna post it in the morning, or you could just go looking for it. It is what it is. Shout out to that too. Um, so okay. I scrolled up on a post where Cece was basically talking about, um, child. He was talking about being out of town on vacation or something like that, right? And he was talking about how the locals was telling him to be careful, okay? Basically saying like, listen, you need to be careful, okay? Um, and he was talking about how there are signs, there's I don't know, like barbed wire on the fence, all of this, right? But he said they was basically telling him that like, don't be out here at night, you know, and don't be out here playing around. Yeah, okay. Y'all follow me? Because he basically said like, if they were to get you, we cannot swim good enough to get you back. Okay. And so basically they child y'all y'all tell me why they being mermaids Child, my eyes went up so a book. Yeah, Miss Preston Girl. I said I got my finesse 2 times. Ah, I said take the what and leave the what? A real mermaid. Don't swim at night. Because well, you won't be able to get somebody back. The fuck? Child. Oh, excuse me. I said TH. I mean, yeah, that worked. TH. I was like, this got that. Like, I know they got to be kidding me, child. So, y'all, kinda, sorta, down the rabbit hole I went. Y'all make sure y'all scoot up in here and hit the like button. Listen, when I tell y'all, I went immediately to the comments. Shout out to the comments. Y'all know I love a good comment section. Baby, when I tell y'all, it was so many different informative comments. Like, hold on, y'all know stuff getting real because I'm trying to get more comfortable now. My only worry is that I might not be able to kick it with y'all as long as I want to, you know. But I won't worry about that. Okay? So shout out to that. We'll let God deal with all of that. Alright? Shout out to that. Let me just bask in my moment. So anyway, child. So the most popular comments, okay, came from so many people saying, when I was young, I heard this. When I was young, I used to hear this. I've been hearing about this since I was a kid. Like, like off the rip. Okay, the most overwhelming comment was that. Okay, and then another comment. It was people that of course it was some people that was like, man, that's BS, right? But you had so many other people who you had some people who was trying to debunk it, right? But like, no, no, y'all. When I tell y'all, it was so many people that had heard of real mermaids that I was like, I was taken aback, y'all. Seriously, I was like, what? Let me just say this. Hold on, before I even get all of that out, let me just stick to the story and the comments first. So then there was another person that said, yeah, I've definitely witnessed a mermaid before. I witnessed a mermaid in Costa Rica, you know, and he told this story about being in a boat, and it appearing out of the water, um like from shoulders up. He described it as really, really strong and strong looking, strong appearing. He said he talked about how it circled around their boat, and how scared they were, and you know because he said he was fishing with other people, and how they didn't catch nothing um after that. And then he also talked about how Hold on, guys. I know I keep saying but it's because I'm trying to get my, like every time I say it gives me a little bit more memory. It just is what it is. But like, yeah, he talked about how swift it moved in the water, and that he said basically it came around 180 of the boat. And like that's pretty much what I remember. I know he said something about a square shaped head, like, right. And um and then the last thing he said was never go out there alone. He said alone and one more thing. Oh, I can't remember what he said, y'all. My bad. But he definitely said never go out there alone. Um, and then it was a story about, you know, um, Haitians. Like somebody said their Haitian grandmother told them that, and that it's important to never wear gold because gold, they see gold as like an offering. And there was other stories about them singing, and well, somebody said that their grandmother told them stories about how they can sing so beautifully, but they're hideous. And I'm just trying to think of all these little comments that I was reading, you guys. It was just so freaking much, like, it was just so hard for me to wrap my mind around it, okay? For lots of different reasons. But let me talk about some of the things that stood out to me. Um, Let me just tell y'all off the rip. Let me ask y'all, okay, off the rip. Do y'all believe in mermaids? Do y'all? I'll tell you like this. For me, yeah, yeah, I do. For me, yes, I do. I can definitely believe it. I can. Um, but I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna tell you like this. See, I'm the type of person where if it's a movie about it, I believe something is already. Does that make sense? So I honestly, in my hearts of our hearts, I feel this way about everything. So this is even before this mermaid post came up. Um, I just feel like nothing is pulled out of thin air. Does that make sense? Like nothing to me, in my most humble opinion. Some things, but most things will not be pulled out of thin air. You know what I'm saying? Like Predator and all of that, like, no. Okay? Y'all know those movies where they be showing stuff in tanks and they got scientists in the room, and I believe all of that stuff to be real. Absolutely. I do. Okay. So the fact that there's a movie and we see shows and cartoons about mermaids, absolutely, I believe they real. I do. I do. I'll take it a step further. I would assume in the US, maybe that was their way of talking about mermaids through Ariel and Disney and making some money off this stuff, if that makes sense to y'all. Not a lot of sense to me, but anyway, let's continue. But I want to hear from y'all. Y'all make sure y'all jump in my comments. It doesn't matter now or later. I want to know, do you believe that mermaids exist? Um, and then, so like, yeah, another huge factor that I realized, Everybody that was saying that they had either saw one or heard of this. For instance, in particular, the all the people that kept saying that they have been hearing about mermaids their entire life were like, oh, I had it at the tip of my tongue. Caribbean people, or you know, like that, or of like there was Haitians, and stuff like that. Like even Cece them talked about how people in Mexico, okay, have been saying that they are seeing sightings of mermaids, y'all. Again, that is so freaking mind blowing to me because I just ain't never heard of this in my life. And oh, let me tell y'all something. One important thing that I forgot, one important factor that I forgot to talk about. So somebody was describing what it looks like, right? And they described it as having regular legs. Supposedly, the males have regular legs, but just webbed feet. Okay, so um, not that fish looking thing at the bottom like they say, at least for a male. Okay, supposedly. And then what else? Um, so yeah, like I was saying, I find it interesting that like Matango Bay. I forgot how you pronounce that shit. Excuse me, y'all know I don't travel at all. Yep, no, not well traveled over here. Uh, but I want to be. Maybe. I don't really even know how I feel about that. I just know I want to go a couple of places. Well traveled, that might be, that might be just more than what I want. But anyway, um, where else? Costa Rica, Haiti, Mexico. Um, okay, so in other words, overseas, kinda outside the USA. Y'all follow me? So I'm like, well, why aren't they in our waters? you know, and why wouldn't the USA talk about it? Like, why wouldn't our government talk about mermaids with us? Like, that is crazy. And then to hear grown, see grown A people say that they've been hearing about this and they know that this is a thing since they was kids. Oh man, it really makes you feel like played. Man, played like the best song, the hottest song on the radio. It's crazy. Like it makes no sense. Like what? Like why? I have so many questions as to just why. Why? Like why not say something? Because I'll take it a step further, right? when I'm looking at some ugly, nasty, swampy looking water, I always treat it like it's a gator in that water. You understand? Like, I'm not like, this is Texas and we don't have gators here. Like, what? No, I treat it like it could possibly be. You understand? So, in other words, we have a lot of water in the States. We do. We got oceans. So to think that we don't have them at all, like not even one, two, three, or something like that, I like that is, I just, I wouldn't bet any money that there's not one. But I don't know. It's like, are our waters like forbidden? Um, dang, forbidden. Waters, you know, or like an area, you know, um, but like, yeah, it's like it's just, I find it so odd, okay, that they're just all over the rest of the world. And all of these people know that, but not us, not, people from America. Like, we have to actually leave home or be close enough in proximity, right, to someone who travels to even know that. That's crazy to me. Like, that is wild. And I am so, like, my mind is so, it was blown away. Mind you, this was all yesterday. All of this I found out yesterday. And then I heard a lot of people, lots and lots and lots of people. Y'all make sure y'all scoot up in here, okay? Yes, this is your girl Shay Renee, and I want to welcome y'all back to my podcast, okay? Politic an Hour. Episode 16 is live right now. So shout out to that. But when I tell y'all, it was more than one story, okay? Of like the jury thing. More than one person was saying the jury thing. They were saying that like it's like shiny and um just supposedly a huge no, okay, when you out there swimming. And they was definitely saying don't swim at night. And my show's executive producer and I, we was talking, and he was saying, like, oh, but who, was swimming at night? And I'm like, people do it. People do it. A lot too, by the way. Um, but no, Miss Pressure Girl, I don't recommend nobody swim late at night. Nowhere, child. Not even in a pool. Nah, for real. Not now. Not knowing now what I know. Oh no. And so another thing that came up, they said there was a book of Enoch, 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 Enoch. I believe that's how I spell. I just seen it yesterday. Okay, so I'm going off of my memories, like straight. Okay, period. Besides of that, um, and the person was saying that that book was removed from the Bible allegedly, and that book talked about stuff in the sea, and basically that person, the way they worded it, child, they was basically saying that 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 particular book talked about mermaids and other stuff too. Okay, because like y'all, it's a lot. Y'all with me? Oh my God, it's a lot. They also said that like something about sirens. Like I believe the book from the Bible might have called mermaids sirens. So I saw a lot of comments where they were calling them that. I saw a lot of comments where they talked about, them feeling like that they're like evil. Demons. I don't know if you can say that word, but crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like crazy, y'all. And I'm just trying to think of everything else before I move on. But like, wow, I'm talking about like you. First of all, I haven't even begin to like. Oh my God! Like, how can I? In other words, like I'm still gonna be researching, you know, um, and learning and doing my own homework for myself. Because, like I said, I don't like the fact that this is like a well known thing, but it's not well known to us here in the States. I don't like that. That's weird to me. Um, no, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Like, you gotta understand. That's a huge, like, it's one thing to say, well, you should know that. Lots of people know that. Mm, well, I don't feel like a lot of people know that. Shoot, I don't. And I don't feel like it's talked about enough either. And you're talking about some information that was extremely mind-boggling to me and interesting. So, like the book that they was saying that talks about the book that they claimed that was removed from the Bible, and I wonder why. All of that, okay, Miss Pressica, I want to freshen up on all of that, okay. It just is what it is. Trust me. When I get the time, that probably is gonna be my next read for real. Like my really, like I'm taking this serious read. Cause I was just telling y'all, like I have not been able to get into books as of recently. I don't know what that's about. I really don't know what that's about. But you know, real quick though, if I'm being honest, I'm really used to a lot of fictional stuff. So maybe I'm just not good with life stories and real life. If you know, maybe that's it. And this is what it is. Maybe that is what it is. Maybe I just never transitioned to that type of stuff because I literally love Judge Lynn Toller. I love Judge Lynn Toller. I do. Oh, I wish I just what I'm saying? Like you ever just oh my God, Oh, she's just so precious to me. Such an intelligent woman. Um, oh, with so many gems. She just I just feel like, she just dropped so many gems. Um, Yeah, oh, she's just such a great gift. And honestly, I just like I couldn't finish her book. And I don't know why. Now I will say this. I read more of her book, way more of her book than I did Charlemagne's. And honestly, that one I wouldn't mind picking back up and like really, really trying to finish, but I wasn't able to finish the whole book, which was kind of disappointing. Um, but yes, no. Back to the mermaid thing. So I'm definitely gonna read up on it a little bit more. But anyway, um, and so let me just tell y'all this one last thing. Um, child, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I took a brief pause because there was one comment that was really, 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 really crazy, y'all. Extremely crazy. And I don't know. I think I'ma let it rock. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if I want to repeat that one because I just had a really eerie feeling, just now, just even thinking about it. But I will say this: I don't necessarily believe it 100%. So let me just say this, okay? There was a comment about a man. who allegedly left Haiti, and he's from Haiti, and he left Haiti because he said it was a lot of weird things going on as far as voodoo, hoodoo, shoodoo, you know what I'm saying? That stuff down there. And now now I don't particularly believe everything he said in the story, but I do believe that like a lot of craziness goes on down there. But again, allegedly, um, Haitians tell stories of um, mermaid sightings too. Okay, so Haitian people, um, um, Haitian people, uh, the DR, okay, the Dominican Republic too, Puerto Rico, and I pretty much said the other places too. Costa Rica, uh, Guantanamo Bay, I think that's what it's called. Something, I remember it was something Bay. Um, Mexico is saying it, and so, child, I got offline. Yeah, I got offline. I said, shit, I gotta see what YouTube got for me. Yeah, shout out to YouTube. Child, I ran right over here. And I watched a couple of videos. And one that stood out in particular, y'all will never believe Boosie. It was a video of Boosie from allegedly 5 years ago saying he seen mermaids before. He did. And he was so like convincing just in the way he was saying it. He seemed really, you could tell he was really excited to talk about it. And he was really clear about his sightings too. He said he feel like it's happened to him 3 times ever. He said once in Hawaii, and I think he said twice in Costa Rica or something like that. Um so like yeah, like of course like why wouldn't we believe people? I mean, it just is what it is. And I will say this too, because it was so many people that kept saying, well, why not get a picture? Why not get a picture? Somebody said something that made a lot of sense. Somebody said, well, one, the average person will probably run, freeze up. They said run, freeze up, or be scared. That's one. Then you got a lot of people who like we all know somebody gonna pull out their phone. They were saying that they feel like the presence of it might make your phone blurry, if that makes sense. Which I can kind of believe that too. And then I'll take it a step further. I'll take it another step further though. I also believe that I do. This is another thing that I believe. I don't know how true it is, but dang it, I believe it. Um, I believe like if you was somewhere and you was to get a clear cut picture, I mean a really good picture of a mermaid somewhere, I think you would have so many goddamn black trucks at your house, you'd have thought you ran for president. You know, for real. In my hearts of our hearts, I believe they will come take stuff like that. I don't believe we get to have stuff like that. Truth is, like, you know, being from the U.S., we hear stories all the time about how certain stuff the U.S. ain't going for. Come on now. Hold on. Yeah, you know, um, so I mean that's that too, but um my guess is just like any other thing, you know, I would assume uh that when they pop out, they not pop. I just I'm just assuming, I don't know. Um, but I would just assume that like they're probably pretty sneaky about it, you know, like I just I can't explain it, but it's almost like let's say it's spring break in Costa Rica, and it's lit. And it's a bunch of people out. I just don't think they come out around that time, if that makes sense. You know, I feel like it's more of a low key thing, you know, more so when it's less people out. You know, for instance, it was, I was watching, I was watching, um, so like I said, once I got off of Instagram, I went to YouTube, right? And I gotta be real, I was distracted. So again, it's something that I need to like, I'm not done. I'm not done like researching and gathering information. Let me just say that. But yeah, I was drifting and stuff like that as I was watching it. But I was watching videos, right, where people was talking about sightings, alleged sightings. And like one thing that I will say is like, let's say it's a boat with four people on it. See, like stuff like that, yeah, they'll come around that. They'll come around a boat with four people on it. That's not enough people. You know what I'm saying? I said like a crowd, or like, for instance, have you ever been somewhere like for spring break or something going on where it's a lot of boats. See, I don't see them wanting to be engaged in that. Once everybody go home and it's just probably like a few boats out there, then yeah, if that makes sense. Um, Cause in other words, I don't feel like they be wanting to be seen. You know, it's almost like thinking a fish is gonna come up to shore and want to start, you know, showing off or swimming around us or, like I don't know, can't explain it, but I'm pretty sure like it's hard to see them, hard to catch them, hard to find. But I will say this: I read that a lot of like Marines and like um, sorry, like the Navy and stuff like that, Coast Guard people and stuff like that have reported sightings of mermaids. Y'all make sure y'all scoot up in here and hit the like button. Um, welcome, welcome, welcome back to another episode. This is episode 16 right here. And so, again, all of this information was just blowing my mind. You know, it is what it is. Blowing my mind, honey. But again, just left with more questions than anything, like, well, why isn't this talked about more? That's it. Like, why is it so secretive? Especially when there are claims that a mermaid will take you away, like literally take you. And they have people was saying that they heard that it feels like a current, okay? It just feels like something's grabbing you. Uh, and then it was a place in Africa too. Gosh, it starts with a B. Oh, it's got a beautiful name. Um, and you know, somebody had told the person that was saying that they were there, they were like, but there's no oceans there. And they said, they're in the lakes. That's crazy. They're in the lakes and deep rivers. I was like, Lord, this is crazy to me. You know, just, and I did read that allegedly, um, at one point the U.S. had called off something. I can't, see, I can't, I don't remember exactly what was said. So I don't have the information to give like that. But it was like, what I got from it is allegedly the U.S. was doing something, okay, some type of research on the ocean and what lives in it, right? And then they said something about they called it off or backed out or something like that. And I can kind of believe it. I can kind of believe it because this is the thing. Like, if mermaids exist, you better believe that the U.S. got one. What got one? Probably been had it. And allegedly they don't age either. Listen, I'm telling y'all all the things and things that like that I was, you know, reading. Um, all the stuff I was reading about and reading up on. Um, wow. I mean, I'm telling y'all, Lord, I was like, wow, you and Menefus ain't ready for this. And in Kevin Samuel's voice, wow, I'm telling y'all, it was crazy. Um, but yeah. And last but not least, imagine they'll take you. Oh, and another thing that I forgot to mention that is so freaking important. They was talking about how um first of all, they say they don't look nothing like nothing that we thinking. Big black ugly eyes, light gray, kind of bluish light skin. Ooh, ooh, nothing like what we think. Okay. And child, allegedly, they'll sing to you. Yeah, sing to you so seductively. Like for instance, when the guy CC was telling the story that was told to him, allegedly the man was saying that when he saw one standing on the freaking shore, looking at him as he looking at him, and he looking at him, and he said, he said, he said, he said, child. Um, the man claimed that he had this compelling feeling to get in the water, but you know, he denied it. So yeah, they say that the women, I don't know about the males, but they say the women will sing. You know what I'm saying? They say they'll sing so seductive that men have um uh jumped off the boat into the water. Allegedly, okay? That's crazy. That's what they were saying though. Now I did see a video, okay, where a fisherman was telling a story where he was claiming that one night all of a sudden his buddy acted like he was just gonna jump off. And he was like, oh no. Um, then there was another one, okay, a guy in a boat. Now, remind you, y'all, I was watching a show that was about people who fish for a living. Like they fish for a living and they make bank. Okay. Uh, with that being said, um, y'all, with that being said, people literally be on boats. They be in the ocean a lot. I know that that's not everybody's life. So when it's not your life, sometimes it's kind of hard to realize that it's going on. But like, some people actually live in a boat. Okay, they do everything we do at home from a boat. All right, so let's get that crystal clear. So with that being said, Excuse me. With that being said, then to me, it shouldn't be like too crazy to hear fishermen say that weird stuff happened to them sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, this one guy, I seen a video of this one guy where he was showing something swimming. I'm not gonna lie, it looked big. It looked like the silhouette, okay, of something that could be a mermaid. To me, it did. Swimming, like keeping up with his boat. Okay, that's one of the things that I heard. I heard that they swim like a missile, like has some truth to it. Okay, especially if you see little Ariel going out fast. Okay, yeah, remind you they be telling shit without telling shit. That is crazy to me. And so, um, and then all of a sudden he was like, "Y'all hear that?" It's like I can hear it. Where is she? And I think it was the singing that they talk about. You can literally hear it, but it doesn't sound like singing. It sounds like a woman screaming. You know what I'm saying? Not screaming, but hollering or something. You know what I'm saying? Almost like she need help or something. Not singing though. It didn't sound like a song at all. But again, don't the Little Mermaid be singing? Like, just crazy. But anyway, y'all, I definitely will hit y'all up, and we can continue this, okay? The discussion when I do get more information on it, okay? So don't forget to hit the like button and stay tuned. Oh my God, moving forward and moving on. Um, so Tank, child, so Tank Davis, has appeared in court, and he has that popular judge. I haven't saw her that many times, but I've seen her enough, okay, to know that she is a popular judge handling his case in Miami. This is basically, I got a clip of what she had to say to Tank. This is basically what she had to say. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button here. Mr. Davis, you were ordered to stay away from the alleged victim. Also, no contact with the victim either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties. Do you understand the stay away order, sir? Yes. Attempted kidnapping, false imprisonment, and battery. Where their alleged victim has lied to them in an effort to try and extort money out of somebody. This case is going absolutely nowhere. The police officer who investigated this was lied to blatantly. Judge, objection. The judge has already found probable. Oh, I see his lawyer trying to get in there. Like swim well. Y'all heard him? The lawyer. He said, watch me work. Hey, party boy. Nah, but for real. Lawyer said he ain't trying to let Tank get hit with the flex. Period. Okay. Not on his watch. But anyway, that attorney, according to his attorney, he ain't trying to hit. Let's listen to that again.
Good morning, sir. Mr. Davis, you are ordered to stay away from the alleged victim. Also, no contact with the victim either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties. Do you understand the stay away order, sir? Yes. Attempted kidnapping, false imprisonment, and battery. Where their alleged victim has lied to them in an effort to try and extort money out of somebody. This case is going absolutely nowhere. The police officer who investigated this was lied to blatantly. Judge, objection. The judge has already found probable.
Ooh, I see the DA was about to do her thing, though. She was basically finna say, excuse me, attorney. But the judge said, yeah, anyway, let's continue. That's what she said. But y'all heard her? Tank got a no contact order. Um, mm, he's been ordered to stay away from Miss Preston Girl. Period. And this is just crazy, y'all. I really, I just, listen. You know how some things just don't make sense, so you try to make sense of them. And you gotta go back to my earlier podcast from earlier today where I talked about Tank. And I talked about what I think's going on with him, and I'm not going all the way back down that route and road right now, but I will say um that I read a comment this evening that said that they think that somebody is trying to railroad Tank, allegedly. I don't know how true that is, but that's a thought. That's a thought too. Because one thing I do believe, I just feel like whatever's going on with Tank, something is going on with Tank. And they're just not willing to let him just run off into the sunset. Does that make sense? Um, yeah, them people getting a blue face on, if you ask me. I'm gonna get you, you know. Child, it just is what it is. Um, but it's just a lot of speculation until we really have, you know. But you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of every other story that just didn't make a lot of sense. Does that make sense? I know that's crazy. But I mean it for real. Kind of like, remember the Riri and the Chris Brown story? Like it didn't make a lot of sense. We was like, no, why would he do that? And we had to wait so many years for the full story to come out. And that's what this reminds me of. This reminds me of B and Jay-Z getting his ass whipped in the not Beyonce, but Jay-Z getting his ass mopped. Mopped like a hospital. Yes, from that little sister. Shout out to that little sister. She did that, didn't she? Sister, that little sister was connected all kinds of dots. So anyway, but like, no, like that. Like this reminds me of a shit going down on the elevator story. Yeah, truth is. What else? Tori and Megan, all over again. Like it's one of those things where like it's just my common sense tells me it's so much bigger than Tank doing what he did, if that makes sense. I'm not buying that. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not buying that, okay? But Tank should be out now, y'all, because Judge let him out, okay? If you just now getting here, hit the like button. I'm gonna play the clip one more time. I didn't want to post the exact, I just wanted to do the audio, y'all. So shout out to that. Um, Hold on.
Sir, Mr. Davis, you are ordered to stay away from the alleged victim. Also, no contact with the victim either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties. Do you understand the stay away order, sir? Yes. Attempted kidnapping, false imprisonment, and battery.
Where their alleged victim has lied to them in an effort to try and extort money out of somebody. This case is going absolutely nowhere. The police officer who investigated this was lied to blatantly.
Judge, objection. Judge has already found
Well, it happened in October. They showed it take a while to make they move, but listen, I will say this: when she told him that he gotta stay away from that girl, Mr. Presser girl, he dropped his head. Oh, he dropped his head like damn. But he picked it up right quick. He picked it up like, okay, okay, I'm listening. He nodded his head like, okay, okay, got it. I'm gonna stay away. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, Pam. That's it. I just said, yeah. But no, anyway. Yeah. And then, so anyway, it was sad. It's sad. But anyway, y'all, word on the curb, though. Tank is odd, okay? So shout out to them and him and everybody involved in this story, okay? Period. Like Tupac said, only God can judge me, only God, hey. Only God can judge me. Only God can judge me, only God. Hey, only God can judge me now. I love that. So shout out to that. But anyway, let's continue, y'all. So okay, so ugh, child. So remember earlier when I told y'all that it's not funny. Remember earlier when I told y'all that Blueface, the fans think Blueface has made his match with Stunner Girl. And I after like again, I told y'all, I have not been paying that much attention to them, but I do see clips. It is what it is. I am not on Twitch, and I believe that's where Blueface be at most of the time. And I'm just not over there. So it is what it is. I see bits and pieces of what they have going on, child. But I said, let me get this clip from my Pooper Stars, though, because I think this is the type of thing that they was talking about. Hold on, let me give y'all my opinion when I get back. Hold on. Y'all listen to this.
Stay together. We will see.
She said, hold on. So the clip got clipped, but she basically started out, it starts out with her saying, are y'all gonna spend Valentine's together? She was reading a comment from somebody in the chat that asked, will they be spending Valentine's together? It's Stunner Girl.
Spend Valentine's Day together. We will see.
Shut the fuck up, man. You spending Valentine's Day with me. What you talking about, nigga? It's my fucking Valentine's. Fuck you talking about? We'll see. I already told you that shit earlier. Fuck. Good question, chat. Good fucking question.
Spending Valentine's Day together. We will see.
Shut the fuck up, man. You spending Valentine's Day with me. What you talking about, nigga? It's my fucking Valentine's. Fuck you talking about? We'll see. I already told you that shit earlier. Fuck. Good question, chat. Good fuck.
Yeah. If that's what's going on over there, then yeah, I guess he have met his match, because basically I see what they saying now, okay? Um Blueface is giving he into her. You know what I'm saying? It's giving he more into her. You know what I'm saying? Then she is with him. And it's giving he almost really don't know how to act. You know what I'm saying? It's giving the roles was reversed. Is that now I see why they saying, she giving him the energy that he puts out. She definitely knows how to match his energy, okay? It just is what it is. Um, yeah. Yes, baby. She over there doing that damn thing. Did y'all not hear her say, "We will see" about them spending Valentine's together? And he started cussing her out, going off, being toxic. Now I will say this though, Stunner Girl ain't fooling nobody. Okay. Uh, 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 and when I say fooling nobody, I just mean like, did y'all not see that clip of something about her dude fighting or so? I believe she gives off that she likes toxic dudes, okay? Her last relationship with that dude that she was with, I don't know if it was her last relationship. So hold on, let me backtrack for a minute. A public relationship that she was in, okay, seemed extremely toxic. So, with that being said, um, yeah, it's just giving Chrisean and Jaden in a different font. You know, I mean, it is what it is. Like, it's kind of really, I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain, but like, no, okay, because like some people love to like, oh, I'm da 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 da. No, you're the same. It's all on the same level. Quit trying to make it seem like you're different. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. Now that's the only thing that I don't agree with everybody about. She might be matching his energy, but at the end of the day, she ain't really no different than, the other girls, for real. You know what I'm saying? And that's really, you know, that's that's the card. That's the card that Blueface can play when it's time. you know, like, oh no, quit playing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all the same. It's all the same. She ain't no different. She just vibe a little different and talk a little different. Um, but she definitely matches his energy. So that's what's up. I do like that. Um, and yeah, they over there vibing, okay? So shout out to that and shout out to them. Now I will just say this. I don't know how serious this is. I really don't think it's serious at all. Although I think it has potential, you know. I think how can I explain it? I think people can start off playing and then it get for real. On some one thing led to another type stuff. Um, but I don't know, y'all. I really don't. If it really didn't last that long and it was over in 2 weeks, I'm not gonna be surprised because I told y'all. Um, Another thing, Blueface is cool with DDG and the Shade Frost and all of them. You know what I'm saying? He cool with streamers. Okay, we got to keep that in mind. So with that being said, all of this, she match his energy, and because that's all I keep hearing. You know what I'm saying? The people that eating that up, they like that. But remind you, you know, it might be for show. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. In other words, who knows? Let me gather my damn thoughts so I can say them exactly how I want to. In other words, they might be manipulating the situation, okay? Content. It's called content. Period. All right? I don't know how else to say it. You know what it reminds me of a little bit? And I told y'all this earlier. It reminds me of when DDG y'all know what it reminds me of a little bit? It reminds me of when DDG started whatever he was doing with India Love. That's what it reminds me of. You know, um, DDG and India, like, they showed out. They did. And, like, I don't know how to explain it, but, like, they made really good content together. You know what they kind of remind me of? But I won't say as much. Not as much, but they really, really, really reminded me of Ray Janae and Armand. You know how the viewers fell in love with Ray Janae and Armand? That's how I think about DDG and India Love. Like the viewers fell in love with their content together. You know what I'm saying? And they did so much content together. And they were together so long. We would have thought that was a real relationship. Child, them folks split like a ballerina. When the content wasn't content no more, them folks dipped. Like I don't know though. I don't know. I don't know. Like, are they cool? Like, I don't know. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. Cause I really don't know what like. Shy's been so many stories, and it's crazy too because poor India. If not true, I feel sorry for her, and even if true, I still feel sorry for her. But India has been linked to, I was gonna say so many dudes since she was running with DDG, but I don't think it's so many. I think it's two. But she was just with DDG. But anyway, I can't even remember either if it's exactly two. But I could have sworn yes. Like, for some reason, I just cannot remember one. But the other one was definitely shallow. Oh, I think. I don't think it was Shador. I don't. I think it's Shallow. It's either Shador or Shallow Sanders, allegedly. But, like, y'all know how those boys move, you know. Those boys, like, I just, one thing about them, I don't see them, like, no, you know. So who knows? But, yeah. Like, Young Dog said, y'all. No, no, yeah, no, don't say that. That's me. Yeah, 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 yeah. I didn't forget where I got that from. Nah, yeah, I say hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. That's my ish right there. But child, yes. It just is what it is. I be paying attention to them, but then I ain't gonna lie. In the back of my mind, I just be wondering, you know, uh, I be wondering how much of it is content. Cause another thing too, clearly Blueface is trying to figure out. Does that make sense? He like he learning being a content creator as he go. It's, it's funny to see. It's funny to watch. But he is. He's learning how to be a content creator as he go. You know. So with that being said, you don't know what these content creators, okay? It's iffy out. It's iffy out here in these streets. So be careful with it. Yeah. But anyway, let's continue because I didn't have no plans on talking about Blueface that long. So but anyway, shout out to that and shout out to him. Okay, Superstar. So listen, word on the carpet is Shanti. Her name is Shani. My bad, Shani. Oh yeah, and I'm definitely apologizing for it because um Oh yeah, because yeah. But first of all, before I get started on this, y'all don't give me 1 second. Give me a quick second. I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be right back. Hey, Booba Stars. It's your girl, Shay Renee, and I want to welcome y'all back to my a new episode. Episode 16 is live. I'm in the building. Yeah, so shout out to that. Y'all make sure y'all scoot up in here today. Happy Friday, and hit that like button. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Baby, if you just now get here, you missed a lot, okay? Period. You missed a lot. Child, we just about done, okay? In a minute. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Oh, give me a minute. Child, I done ran out of spray. I need some spray. Okay, let me tell y'all something real quick. Quick little story time. So tell me why I used to make wax melts. I used to make wax melts, y'all, and I also made room sprays. And so I thought I had gave away all my stuff. I did. I thought I had gave it all away. Child, but just the other day, I don't know what I was doing, but I went through this stuff that I had put up. Child, I found all my fragrance oil uh for, my stuff. I found all my FOs, okay? That's short for fragrance oils. And like, y'all, when I say I got some good stuff, okay? And I was just so happy to find it. It just is what it is. Cause like, I was like, what? Yes, ma'am. Now remind you, I've been making my own spray. But that's because I had, what was it? Strawberry. Hold on, let me see something real quick. Let me see what it's called. Cause ooh, y'all. When I tell y'all that's some good strawberry oil right here. If I could find the name of it, it's strawberry something. Guava. That's what it is. Strawberry guava or something like that. Like when I tell y'all that stuff smells so good to me. So anyway though, I just been surviving off that one oil because I thought that's all I had. And then like when I don't make it, in other words, I buy room spray. You know what I'm saying? I just buy me some air freshener. And then once I run out, I got some spray right here. That's crazy. But anyway, once I run out, is when I'm, use the strawberry oil I got to make me one, you know what I'm saying? Until I get to the store and get me another one. Because I didn't have that much strawberry oil. Truth is, so like I just been stretching it, a little bit. But like, oh, it smells so good, child. But yeah, long story short, child, I done found so many bottles of oil. It's over. Child, I probably be making room sprays. At least, I might won't have to buy none for at least, I don't even know. It's hard to even pinpoint it, but I want to say like over a year. Should be, I would want to say like 2 years at least, But, listen, let me show y'all something. I'm going to show y'all the bottles. I'm going to show y'all the bottle of the one I'm using, which it smells so freaking good, child. Oh, it smells so good. For real. It smells so good. I was like, oh, this smells like a perfume. I was like, why I don't be putting this on my body? Why I wasn't putting this on my body? That don't make no sense. That's how good it smells. But anyway, let me see. Okay. So let me get y'all an idea. Hold on. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Cause I was sure about to turn this camera on. Me. And that's not what I want. Child, no, please, hold on. Okay. So y'all see, these is the bottles. Well, this is the one. This is the one I'm using currently, which is almost out. But like the rest of them is this size, and like this is down there full, you know. So like I don't know, like this alone probably can make a year's worth of room sprays. Remind you, all of them not full, but I got a lot of those, you know? So that's what I was saying, basically. When I was saying, ooh. Y'all see my straight backs? And they be taking that now. But yeah. See, y'all. I did that. Anyway, yes, y'all. I said, yes, y'all. Just a quick little story time. And guess what? I just, I told it because I ran out of spray. And I made one that fast right here with y'all. So anyway, you know I'm not gonna say what. Y'all know I'm gonna tell my pooper stars what's going on. So listen, if you want to make your own sprays like your girl Shay Renee and save you some money, like the people that make their own instead of buying them, you can learn to purchase your own fragrance oils, like I did. Like you can search different ones. Like it's different ones out there. Like the candle makers, people that make candles, they be buying the oils. That's who buy the oils, basically. Child, the same people. Um, Probably like all the stuff you like at Bed Bath and Beyond. Yeah, they probably be having it. So shout out to that. Um, I thought, oh, shoot, that was a workout. And so anyway, I need to be more quiet. Yeah, so if you wanna make your own spray, um, you can get like, you can do it with you wanna like learn how to measure out your oil, okay? Um, and so you put a little bit of oil in a spray bottle, put a little bit of water in a spray bottle, put a little bit of witch hazel too, okay? And then I also put a little bit of vodka sometimes. Shake it up real good, baby. And yeah, spray that thing, baby. It's gonna be just like Febreze, just like Bed Bath and Body, um, you know, Glade, all of that, just like your favorite house scents. Um, Straight like that. And I'll take it a step further. I think Walmart be having oil too. It ain't gonna be as good as the kind that you can purchase online. Like from the candle making stores. Y'all hear me shaking it up? Period. Shaking it up. Spraying my shit down. Smell good. That smells so good. Child, but anyway, what else is going on? Hold on. Mm, mm, mm. Yes, that smells great. So anyway, let's press a girl. Oh, that smells so good, y'all. Hold on. All right. Okay, so I'm ready. Story time over. So shout out to that. So anyway, what else is going on these internet streets now? Chrisean, baby. Yeah, come on, Chrisean. Come on, Chrisean. I said Chrisean is, baby, Chrisean is giving old school Hollywood. Yes, and I'm here for it, okay? Period. I'm here for it. She got a little short out, she got a little shout out from the younger well, she not a Kardashian, but Northwest. It just is what it is. Chrisean, shout out to Chrisean. Like she just really been on her straight and narrow. Yeah, and I like it. I'm so here for it. Oh yeah, truth is. And it's been a joy to see. It has. Like all the comments just not all of them, but a lot of comments like gone, Chrisean. You know what I'm saying? They rooted. They're like, man, I'm so proud of Chrisean. So shout out to that and shout out to her. Y'all know, which we talked about earlier today. So shout out to that and us. That Egypt, Pepper's daughter, okay, is calling out Chrisean. And like what I want to tell y'all is, oh my God, Poopa stars, they were saying Chrisean don't want it with Egypt. Yeah. Like so many comments were saying Egypt will, they think Egypt will could possibly, get a victory over Chrisean. I said, well, I told y'all Egypt look cocked. Her shit look cocked. Okay? Period. Strong today. Yeah, truth is. But, like, they don't, looks don't always mean, they just don't always translate over. Okay? It just ain't gonna, okay? So shout out to that. But, no, people act like, I guess they saw Egypt fight before. I never saw Egypt fight before. So I don't know. Maybe I'm the wrong person to speak on that. But hold on. Because Chrisean did respond. Oh, hold on. Hold on. So Chrisean responds to Egypt, and she basically said that she has gotten over 5,200 requests. You know, um, of people that want to get it in, according to Chrisean. And Chrisean was saying that moving forward, hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get the exact statement from Chrisean real quick. Chrisean just basically said that her team is gonna be picking hold on. Well, she didn't necessarily react to her in particular, but she definitely said that like um her team will be picking her opponent. That's what Chrisean basically said. You know, I want to get exactly what she said. Let me see. But that it was so small. Like it's basically what it was. It said she said, you know, we have received. Well, they said we have received over 5,200 requests, and they basically said like she um Calvin. Calvin will be leading who's gonna pick the opponent. Okay, period. It's Calvin's decision. Her trainer. So shout out to that and shout out to Calvin. Speaking of Calvin, Calvin been showing up and showing out. Period. You know? Yeah, let's talk about it. Um I saw the cutest little clip and I almost wasn't gonna share it with you all because it was so small. I mean it was so short, but it was so cute. It was of Calvin. Hold on. Wait, where's the freaking clip, y'all? 'Cause I know I got it. Yeah, I'm not gonna show it because like it got a what's to call it, but I will play it. I'm not gonna show it because it for copyright purposes, but we can listen to it. It was just a cute little clip. He holding Chrisean, the baby.
This my old man there. I got him there. They don't know. They don't know. They're like, no, he got a Papa Coach there. Papa. Papa Coach.
He said that's his little man. He said this my little man now.
I got him there. They don't know. They don't know. They're like, no, he got a Papa Coach there. Papa. Papa Coach.
He said, you know what I'm saying? And like there's plenty of plenty of little clips of Calvin interacting with Chrisean's baby. online. But I just thought that was so cute. You know what I'm saying? You could tell he was covering him up. He was clearly they was about to go outside in the cold. You know, he was like, "This my little man now." You know what I'm saying? I got him now. You know what I'm saying? He said, "Papa Coach." You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, it's just cute. It was just really cute to witness. You know, her add on to her village. You know, like that. Yeah, that was really, uh, really nice to see. I definitely think that Coach Calvin will be a really good um, addition to Chrisean's life, okay? And not just hers, her babies too, okay? So anyway, shout out to that. I thought that little clip was so cute. And then here's another clip from Chrisean.
Yahweh. Speaking on Yahweh, I still.
Hold on. Here's another clip from Chrisean, child. Yeah. Miss Old School Hollywood herself, okay? Chrisean, tell you, girl, keep doing your thing. Yeah. Hold on, y'all. Here.
Yeah, go stream Yahweh. Speaking on Yahweh, I still haven't shot the music video. I'm shooting it in Jerusalem, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, go stream Yahweh. Speaking on Yahweh, I still haven't shot the music video. I'm shooting it in Jerusalem, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, go stream Yahweh.
That was cute. Okay. Yeah, that's cute. And a cute little look for good little look for Chrisean. Talking about some go stream. Um why yeah, you know, she said go stream Yahweh. Um and said that she will be shooting a music video for it in Jerusalem. I'm like, okay, Chrisean, you know. Um and you know, listen, I'm just happy for her. You know, I'm happy for her. I am. It's I think it's always uh can bring people um you know, happiness, a little bit of happiness, right? To see other people doing well. It just is what it is. Especially when that's, you know, you wish them well anyway, you know. It's almost like seeing somebody just get their stuff together. Period. No matter what was going on. Could be somebody going through a breakup, you know. You go from seeing them crying all the time to a totally different person, you know. Or somebody go from addicted to something to not. Clean, you know, sober, happy, you know, aware, present. Like it's crazy. Um, like that's how I feel. That's how I feel. Like I'm really happy for Chrisean. And I'll take it a step further. I'm not the only one. I'm not. And listen, I know it won't be easy, but she can do it. You know what I'm saying? She can. She can definitely stay on a better track. Not necessarily the right path. I would just say a better one. You know, let's just call it better for now. You know, I don't want to put too much on her. You know, or speak that like, yeah, she could. Cause I already said that, and that's true. You know, Chrisean to me is under contracts. She's under contractual agreements to me, which forces her, okay, forces her to have to level up, Okay, but with stars, it just is what it is. So I talked about how it's possible that she can, like fulfill her contractual duties and then backslide, you know? But that goes without saying. So might as well say it's possible that she could fulfill those contracts and keep going, keep moving the same way, you know? Because how can I put it? Dang. It's because, like, she already has done it. You know what I'm saying? She already did it. Like, so even though her old ways are easier to gravitate to, she knows something new now. She do. She knows something totally new now and different. And I'll take it a step further. This ain't nothing new to Chrisean either, though. Meanwhile, back at the ranch. What's new is what she's presenting now. What's new is her choosing to show only what she wants, holding back on all the other stuff that don't matter for real. But Chrisean is always like took breaks from the internet and stuff like that. Like Chrisean goes long, she takes long breaks from being online. Um, Especially Instagram though. Remind you, Instagram is basically the only place where I see Chrisean at. And that one she definitely takes breaks from, But supposedly, um, I if I had to guess, I think it's the money thing. It's a money thing, you know what I'm saying? Because when Chrisean be on Instagram, I think she be right on Snapchat. People be talking about it. But I'm not on Snapchat, so I don't know. But congratulations to Chrisean though, in who is in fact, right, now doing it the way it's supposed to geo. You know? Uh, I'm serious. Shout out to her and shout out to that, because this is how old Hollywood operate. You see this shit Finesse doing? No. No, don't do that. Don't do that. That's that new-ish, right? That new-ish ain't got a team. The contract already signed. They don't give a damn. They gonna still make money off your ass. That's that new stuff. But like, no, old school Hollywood, listen, you gonna act a certain way, okay? And you got a team from here on out. You do. You got a team, Miss Pressure Girl. Um, to help you and guide you, okay? And show you the ropes, bitch. Type ish, so shout out to her and shout out to that though. That's one of the when I say that is one of the best things that could happen to Chrisean. Now, mind you, some people, whole lots of people got teams in. Like Cassie had a team. Let's be real. Cassie had a whole team of folks. You know, still didn't get to where she wanted to in her career, but I brought up that because um at least She gives herself a fighting chance this way, you know, because um, a team helps you keep it all together. Does that make sense? So, for like example, here's a good example right here. Here is a great example right here. Remember just recently when Jada and Alexis allegedly got into a wreck, and people were saying that they think that she, basically got into a wreck with her kids, and they was wondering, like, wondering if she was sober. See that was a story for her team. You see how Carlissa got online and started like, uh, they started posting pictures of Jaden allegedly talking to a police and them saying that she didn't leave the scene. See, that's what your team do. Yeah, let's talk about it. Your team is there to clean up some of your messes. For instance, like how Glow house got broken into. And then what, didn't Glow go to jail? I think Glow went to jail for something they found at her house, right? But then it took for Glow Team to let the news people know while y'all report this. They was worried about da 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 and da 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 da. Remember how her team spent the narrative for her, and they was like, well, the police basically didn't really have no business. Instead of investigating the crime that happened, they took it up on themselves to start looking for some more shit to victimize the victim with. Basically. That's basically what her team came back over the top with. And like that's what having a team is about. You know? Uh they help you. Okay? Period. So you ain't out here doing it all by yourself. Like for instance, before Chrisean got this little, I hate saying little, before Chrisean got this boxing thing going, you see how her life was? It looked like she was here, there, everywhere. And although she was conducting business, and that's what people do when they conducting business, they usually be here, there, everywhere for bookings and different flights and different, area codes and stuff. It'd be a lot of moving and shaking. But it didn't look organized. You know, it looked messy. It looked a mess. It had people wondering and guessing and commenting and speculating. Are you living in a hotel? You and your baby homeless? You and your baby sleeping in your car? You know? You see what them people did? Them people came in and cleaned all that shit up like a maid. Like a maid. Sure did. Sure did. So now when Chrisean goes live and stuff like that, it looks like she go like, and hold on, she barely does. First of all, off the rip too. That's what a team will do. Like no, like a team gon' we ain't doing nothing unnecessary. Period. It gotta make sense. You know. Um, Again, that old school Hollywood, they helping her brand herself, just like everybody else. All these people out here got teams, y'all. You know what I'm saying? For real. Chrisean was just, she was out here by herself, doing it by herself, so it looked crazy. It looked crazy. It looked willy-nilly. See, when you doing it all by yourself, yeah, people can run up on you at the park and play with you and think they can, yeah. But you see, y'all see how that team that stepped in, though? Period. Like now, when she, wherever she go live from, it look way more stable. She don't even look like she in a hotel. She look like she going live from with an actual roof over her head. Her and her baby head. Child, so shout out to her. Like, it's, if she don't stick with it, you know, damn fool she will be. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna say that. Damn fool she will be because um just like I can't explain it. Like it's come on now. The proof is there. It's better. It's better than what she had going. She don't need to go backwards at all. She definitely need to keep it moving. She do. She need to keep it moving on her old life. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Because, like, none of that was hitting on nothing. None of it. You know? And like I say, man, those people, they don't play. You know, they don't. They don't really play with you at all. To the point where, where's Marsh? Has anybody even seen Marsh? That's not saying that she's not around, but she definitely ain't in the picture like that. Because again, this ain't about Marsh. This about Chrisean, you know? And like, shh, them people getting that investment. You know, it just is what it is. It's about making money now, Chrisean, and it is what it is. Chrisean needed that. It is what it is. For real, if I'm being real, y'all, because I'm gonna get out of here, Chrisean really needed somebody to take her up under their wing because the potential is there. Does that make sense? Like, the potential is there. Chrisean single-handedly, y'all. For real, let's talk about it. Chrisean single-handedly, like, it don't really matter what she doing. She could be, she could be just talking. She could be making music. She could be fighting. She could be arguing. She could be showing out. She could be hanging out. It don't matter what she doing. People gravitate towards her. It just is what it is. They like something about Chrisean. They find Chrisean to be entertaining. For real. Like, she naturally got it. That girl naturally has it. Like, hold on. Oh, okay. Yeah, she do though. She naturally got it. Like I was about to say, that wasn't a good example, because I had Coy messed up. And also shout out to that. But Chrisean got 4 million followers on IG. I know followers ain't everything, so don't get it twisted. Coy Ray has 8. Coy Ray got 8 million. Glow got 7 million. But I'm just saying, you see how up there Chrisean is with her, as far as her following goes. Okay. Uh, Jocelyn got 4 million, and I'm surprised by that. Shocked, really. Mm, yeah. Truth is, um, mm-hmm. Yeah, that's shocking. That's shocking a little bit, and I think some of these people, well, they been, what's it calling, and buying them in line and stuff since the beginning of time. But not with Chrisean. Chrisean different. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, okay, so Natalie got 3 million. So she got a little bit more than Natalie. Who else? Who else? Cause I'm trying to like, place her amongst her peers, but I don't know a lot of them uh baddies names and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But like Stunner Girl got 2 million. But I said all that to say, man, Chrisean shot up there. It is what it is. And remind you, a lot of people unfollow Chrisean. Let's start there. Can we start there? Remind you, a lot of people unfollowed the dang on girl. She just I know a lot of people don't like it. I know a lot of people don't like it. But it ain't no different than Cardi B. Okay, Sexy Red got 5 million followers. Sexy Red got 5.4. Chrisean got 4.5. Sexy Red just got 1 million over Chrisean. You know what I'm saying, y'all? Like, are y'all picking that up? Are y'all picking that up? The girl following is like some of these rappers, some of these people favorite rappers. You know, okay, Young Miami got 6 million, but like no, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't explain it, but like no, some people have it, and then some don't. Some people have it for real, and then some don't at all. And when I say, hold on, I'm saying that wrong. Some people like they just have it. Like the it. Not a lot of them people come around though. For real, not a lot. Let's be real. In 2025, how many came around that had the it factor for real? Shoot, since we've been knowing Chrisean, it's only been her. Her and who else? Uh, I don't know, but I set out at to say that girl is very influential. She is. And if she just do something with that, I just want to see her capitalize off of that. It just is what it is. Make something of yourself. Period. That's it. Go do it. Now I will say this. She in the right hands though. Uh yes and no, depending on who you ask. That's a whole nother story though. Let's stick to the yes part. Yes, she in the right hands because one thing about Hollywood knows how to capitalize off of what's already there. You understand? So, like, yeah, Chrisean is getting these opportunities because they know people like Chrisean. They know that Chrisean can sell something. In other words, and once they see that you able to make money off of yourself, for yourself, then oh yeah, they coming to help you. Oh yeah, for sure, they gonna come help you because they want to make some money off your ass too. But that phone call ain't never coming for a motherfucker who ain't got it. I'm telling you. Like she just got it. She do, and she's very influential, and I like I said, I know that that's controversial for a lot of people who don't like her, but it is what it is. Come on now, that reminds me of Jocelyn, Cardi B, Nicki Minaj. Everybody that I name got influence, and it's a lot of people that wish they didn't have it. It's gonna always be somebody out here like that. So, anyway, Pooper Stars, child, I don't want to leave, but I gotta go right now. Y'all make sure y'all scoot up, hit the like button, and I'm gonna see y'all later on, okay, on my next video. Bye, y'all. Happy Friday.